Hello everyone, welcome back to the barcode tutorial. So as we have already done in the previous video, we have created this registration API, and now we are going to create the login API. So we have already done with this. Now you can just go here and write one comment with login API. Right after this login API, what you can do now, inside the login API also, what we are going to do, what our logic will be, the logic will be the same as the sign up API. First of all, we are going to check if the user is providing us the email and password, then we will going to search the email inside our database. If we find the email, that means the user is exist inside my database, right? Now, if the user is exist inside my database, then I'm going to match the password, and if the password is matched, I'm going to create one token. So let's start writing the code for this login API. So you need to write this app.post. This will be the post API again. Now inside the app.post, you need to write the endpoint first, right? So you can write login, then it will be the asynchronous function and request and response, right? Now after this, okay, if you are done with this, now we are going to fetch two things from the front end part, which is the email and password. We don't need username now, right? So we can fetch this email password from request.body. As I said you that if you want to fetch anything from the front end part, we are going to request it from the body, right? Okay, so after doing this, come in the second line. Now we are again opening the try and catch block, because as I said that whenever we are doing something, we need a try and catch block. If there is any error, it will directly crash my server. So we need the try and catch block to protect our server to get crash from any type of error. So you can write console.log error. We are going to print the error inside the console log, right? And then we are going to send the status of status of 500.json. Message will be internal server error, right? So the message will be internal server error. Now you can come inside the try block. Now we need to check if the user email is exist inside my database, right? So you can write one new variable const user doc equal to await. Again you can call the user schema dot find one, and inside this find one we are again going to pass the email, that if the email is exist inside my database or not, right? So after doing this, if the user doc is exist inside my database, then I'm going to check for the password, right? So const password correct equal to bcrypt dot compare sync. So now we are going to use the compare sync function from the bcrypt library. Inside the compare sync function, we need to pass two things. One is the password, whatever the password which is written by the user right now inside this password field, in the login field, whatever the password is written by the user, right? And the password we are going to pass that is stored in the database with this email, right? So first of all, you need to pass this password, and later on you can just do user.doc and password. So this will fetch the password, right? So if uh, password is not correct, password is okay, so you cannot write this here, you need to write inside this if statement only. If not password correct, then we are going to return an error. Return res.status 401.json, and error will be incorrect credentials. You can correct the spelling. I'm okay, so I can correct it. Yes. Okay, so you can write this: if the password is not correct, then we are going to return him error, right? Now if the password is correct, right? Else if the password is correct, then we are going to generate one token. Now, what is the means of token? For example, see, front end cannot connect with the database, right? Directly, front end cannot connect. Now, if you want your front end to know that the user is authenticated, and if you want to get your user information from the database part to the front end part, you are going to store in the form of token. Whatever the information you want, you are going to store it in the form of token, and you are going to send that token from the server to the front end part, right? That's what we are going to do here. This token, you can say a cookie also. This token is the cookie inside which we are going to store all the information. Now, where we can generate this token? For generation of this token, you have one library with the name of JSON Web Token. So first of all, you need to import that library. JWT equal to require JSON Web Token. We have already installed the package, so you don't have to do anything. Now you can go inside the .env file. Go inside the .env file, and after this MongoDB URL, you can write token underscore secret, right? So this will be the secret which we are going to use for generation of the token. Now here you can write anything, whatever you want. So I'm writing abc at the rate 123 or something like this, right? Now you can save this .env file. You need to terminate your server again by using control C. Okay, so we have saved this file. Now you can come inside your index.js file again. So we have written this token here, right? So inside the token, you need to sign one JWT dot. We are now generating one token. Inside the token, we are passing the email, right? We are passing the email. So email we will get from userdog.email. After this email, you can pass username also. We will get the username from user.username, right? So that's how you can take these two from here. Now, after this, what you have to do is you need to give the secret, right? The secret which we have written inside the .env file, this one, right? So you need to copy the variable name, come inside the index.js. So here you can write one variable const secret equal to process.env dot token secret. If you do this, your token secret will be imported inside the secret variable, right? So you can just come here and you can pass the secret here. Now you need to pass the empty JSON object here, right? After doing this, now we are generating one cookie, rest.cookie with the token, and we are returning this token inside this dot json user doc, right? Okay, if this condition is not correct, then we will give it a else condition, that res dot status 401 dot json, and the condition will be user. Okay, so here condition will be password, sorry, again you can write invalid credentials, and invalid credential, it is giving us an error. Okay, so it is giving me an error, so you need to write error here, and yes, we are done, I guess. Okay, so now let's test our API. As you can see that we have this registration API. You can again go to the Thunder Client API, click on this Thunder Client API, click on the new request. Now change this get to post again. Inside here you need to write your HTTP localhost 4001. Now you can change this register endpoint with the login endpoint, right? You can change the register endpoint with the login endpoint because we have the login endpoint here. Now here you need to go on the body section. Now you need to pass two things here. One is the email address. So my email was need to cover it inside the double quotes. Now my email was pramendra dot shukla at the rate varcode.in, right? After this I have the password which is 1 2 3 4 5. I hope this API will work. Let's see. Okay, first of all we need to start our server also, right? So you can do npm start to start the server. Okay, our server is running on the port and connected to the MongoDB. Now you can send this and see it has completely fetched the user document, right? It has fetched this user document, and if you want to see the token also, so you can go inside the index.js file. After this user dot, you can write one comma, and here you can pass the token. So you can pass the token here, go inside your login API, click on send button. Okay, it will give you an error that you can only send one thing. Okay, so now as you can see that we have already seen the user doc, right? So if I just pass the token here, so let's see if this works or not. Just go inside the login API, click on the send button. Yes, this will be my token, which is inside this token I have all the information which is related to the user, which is, as you can see here, I have this email and username. So whenever you want to generate any token of the user, you are going to use the JSON Web Token library. For using the JSON Web Token library, we are going to import the function sign from the JWT library, as you can see here. And inside the sign we are going to insert the email of the whatever information you want to insert in this token. You can insert. Currently I'm inserting this email and username. Now after this you have to give it a secret, right? You have to give it a secret, and then you can now here what I am doing is we are generating a cookie with the name of token, right? We are generating a cookie with the name of token. Now if I again change to user doc here, and if I go and click on the send button, you can see all the information. If you go inside this cookie section, you will see this token. You will see this token, right? So this will be the token which is generated by the help of JSON Web Token to send the information from the backend part to the front end part. And in the front end part, we need to build an API to just what you can say. You can just decrypt this token to get the information of the user. That's how this token will work. So this is all about the login API. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I hope you have understand everything. So thank you very much. Now in the next video we are going to start with the CRUD operation, which is the main purpose of this course, to teach you the CRUD operation, right? So in the next video we are going to start with the CRUD operation, and also you can see the code here. Let me just shrink it. You can just pause this video here, and you can see if you are getting any error. You can see wherever you are getting the error, right? So this will be the code for the login API. So thank you so much. Take care.